time, so I'm going to get going. So let's jump right in. So today's training, we're going to go over and discover how Google Ads engine works. We'll talk about PPC, pay-per-click advertising. I'll jump into the secrets of maximizing your campaign, because there's a lot of companies that don't do it the right way. I'd say more companies don't run Google Ads the right way than do. So we'll look at that. I'll talk about tracking conversions because that's super important. And I'll answer any questions you have at the end. So the trainings usually work. They're usually about 30, 45 minutes. This one's probably going to be on the shorter side. Might even be about like 20, 25 minutes because it's this one. Usually I'm jumping into a platform showing you how to set things up. But this is more of, we're just going to talk about Google Ads. I'm going to show you some examples. We will jump into Google Live. I won't be setting up anything, but you'll learn a ton. So I'll probably get through it in about 20 minutes. So the best way to consume these trainings is, unplug from any distractions. Give me 20, 30 minutes. Ask your questions, definitely, and then I'm going to send out a recording, and then you can always go through it and pick some stuff out from it, take down some notes. So a little bit about myself. I'm the owner of Hey Remodelers, and we're a marketing agency that only works with kitchen and bath and countertop companies all over the U.S. and some in Canada. And, we have a lot of experience. I've had about 10 years of experience in marketing, and we've been doing Hey Remodelers for about 3 years now. Work with a lot of great companies. We're kind of like a family with our companies. We have great relationships with them. We see them as partners. We really help them grow their business. And it's a family-run business. My wife is a graphic designer. Sometimes she does the graphic work. My kids, they're a little bit younger, so they're not part of the business just yet, but hopefully they will be one day. Mason and Lola, they're 6 and 4, so they're a lot of action, but I love hanging out with them, and this is why I do all of this, so I can spend more time with them. So let's jump in right away and go over some of this. So what's PPC? You might hear that term a lot. It's pay-per-click advertising. So the biggest platforms for countertop and kitchen and bath remodelers is Google Ads, of course. Then it is Facebook ads and Instagram ads. You actually run Instagram ads through Facebook ads and also Bing. So the way these platforms work is they show your ad, and when someone clicks on it, you pay that platform that fee. So in Google, the average cost for someone to click your ad for a countertop company is around $3 to $5. Now with remodelers, it's a lot higher. It's, there's a big range depending on what part of the country you're in, but it could be $15. It could be as high as like $30 per click. So there is a big difference there. And we'll jump in a minute. I'll show you some of that. So the way Google Ads works is it's basically an auction. So every time someone types in a keyword, if they type in granite countertop San Diego, all the companies that have Google Ads for that area are bidding on that keyword. Of course, it's all automated. It's all part of the Google Ads engine in their system, but it's all happening almost instantaneously, and you're bidding against your competitor on that term, and whoever has the best campaign, sometimes whoever has the highest bid, will be first in the spot, then there's second, then there's third. So that's really the way it works. And it happens every time someone types in a keyword. So it sounds, it is complicated, of course. But like I said, it happens instantly where we don't even know really what's happening behind it, but that's actually what's happening. So let's jump in and let me show you, let me pull the screen up here. Let me show you a search page. So first thing you want to look at, your Google Ads are at top, of course. And believe it or not, this is an estimate, but when someone lands on the search page, only about 15% of people are going to click on the Google ad. So, 100 people land on this page, about 15 of them are going to click on one of these ads. Of course, the first is going to get the most traffic, but not necessarily. The one with the better headline might get even more traffic. So there's all different things, different aspects to that. Then you got your Google Maps section, plus you have a Google ad right here, and we'll talk about that later on. But this gets a lot of action. This is Google My Business. This usually gets about 35% of the people click on this section. So it's super important. And I'm going to talk about a little trick later where you can run a Google ad if you're not in the section, because there's only 3 spots, so it's pretty tough to get here. But if you're not in this section, you can run a Google ad to get to this section. You can actually be in this section plus run a Google ad, so you're in here twice. It's a strategy we use with our clients. And down below is the organic section. SEO you might have heard of, organic. That's this section right here. And this gets about 50% of the people click on this section. And then usually down below, you have some more ads. So again, these aren't like, these numbers are an estimate. Sometimes it could be a little bit more, sometimes it can be a little bit less, but it gives you an idea of where someone types on, when someone types in a term, what someone's going to click on that search page. So up here, you have your first spot. Most likely this guy is paying the most for this spot, then this guy, then this guy. But there's other things that factor into that where, if their campaign's a little bit better, and we'll talk about that, they might be paying, this guy might be paying less than this guy because he has a better campaign. We don't really know that. Like, it's impossible for me to say your competitor's paying less. Like, we don't know that, but it doesn't matter. You want to make your campaign as best as possible, because then you're going to pay a little bit less for those clicks over your competitors, and you'll just get more. So you can see here, I have this extra tool that's installed. Granite Countertop San Diego is $3.16 per click. So if I were to click on this, which I'm not going to, because I'm not going to just waste a click for someone, that would cost that company around $3.16. Not exact, but somewhere around there. Now, if we look at our kitchen remodel terms, now look at this. The cost per click is $23.65. So it's a lot more. What's that? 8 times more than it is for your granite countertop terms. So, countertop companies we work with and kitchen and bathroom remodelers, they are 2 completely separate businesses. We do work with a couple that do both, but in terms of advertising, they're different, in Google Ads with at least the cost. $23 per click is pretty high. That's pretty high. So that's that. Let's jump back in here. All right, let's go to the next one. So let's talk about kind of the basics of what you'll see in Google Ads. So this is directly from Google Ads. Now you have clicks, and this is a countertop campaign, and you can see that average cost per click is $3.84, kind of where we just saw it before. It was $3.15, so it's not too far off. So with this campaign, for this particular keyword, it was 20 clicks. Impressions right here, that's what that is. It's how many times someone saw your ad, but that doesn't mean how many times someone clicked on it. So 325 people saw the ad, 20 people clicked on it. The click-through rate, so the percentage right there, is 6.15. So it's just the percentage of people that clicked on your ad. The average CPC, average cost per click, is $3.84. The cost, $3.84 times 20, is $76.88. Quality score, it's just what Google sees your ad at. 5 out of 10 is okay. It's not the best, but it doesn't always matter what your quality score is, as long as your really campaign is in sync with everything. Conversion rate, so that's how many people out of these 20 converted, 2 people converted, so that's 10%. And then cost per conversion, $38. So just gives you an idea on the numbers and what all that means. Now, let's continue on here. So should PPC be a part of your marketing? Absolutely. It comes down to what your budget is overall. With our clients, we see Google My Business as brings in a lot of leads. So Google My Business is also known as Google Maps. So if I jump back over here, this section right here, or if I were to type in google.com maps or maps.google.com, it would be these listings. So that brings in a ton of leads. People love to read reviews. That's one of the biggest things why Google My Business is so popular. Then we see the organic section gets the next amount of leads for our clients. Then we see Google ads. Then we see Facebook and Instagram ads. Could be a little bit different depending on where you are in the country and whatnot, but that's usually how it works. So PPC is a big part of that. The nice thing with PPC is you're only going to show when people are typing in terms. So if you're not organically ranking in Google, you're not showing for these terms. So when someone types in kitchen remodel Atlanta, you're going to show for that term. So you're getting in front of people when they want to look for you. Now, it's also good for the non-geo terms. So a lot of times with our SEO strategy, we go after, say, granite countertop San Diego, kitchen remodel San Diego. But with a lot of people just type in granite countertops. They don't necessarily put in that location also. So what Google Ads is great for, let's say you're in Atlanta, but then I know a city outside Atlanta is Peachtree. So it's, I don't know how many miles outside of it. Let's say it's 20 miles outside. If you want to rank for those terms, the easiest way to show on that page is with a Google Ads campaign, because you could put your ads in Peachtree, rank for or show for granite countertops in Peachtree, and put your budget towards that and whatnot. So it's really a nice way you could break out your campaign in different areas. Now, the other thing, it's scalable. You could, if something's working, you could just put more money into it, so you just get more traffic. I mean, it's as simple as, like I showed you here, clicks times cost per click is how much you're going to spend. So I mean, it really comes down to that. So if you want more traffic, you just put more money into Google, and you'll get more traffic. Now, like I said here, Google My Business is at top, then it's the organic, then it's Google Ads for most countertop and kitchen bathroom modelers. Not every single one, but most of them. And Google Ads they all kind of work together. So someone might click on your Google ad, they go to your website, then they leave. Then later on, they type in your business name and they go to your Google My Business profile. It happens. Or they type in the term, they go to your organic listing. So they all kind of work together. So, again, depending on your budget, you definitely should put some money into Google Ads. Now let's talk about how to maximize your campaign. So we kind of talked about this, but the cheapest way to get clicks is to have, ideally you want that quality score to be high. You do want it to be high because that will help, but you really just, you want everything to be relevant. So someone types in granite countertops, Buffalo, New York. Your ad should say granite countertops, in Buffalo or something along those lines. And then your landing page should say the best granite countertops in Buffalo, 7 to 10 business day turnaround, blah, blah, blah. Should have all your good copy on that page, but everything should be, in sync. So you have granite countertops Buffalo is the keyword you're going after. Granite countertops Buffalo is in your ad. Granite countertops Buffalo is in that landing page. That's the best way to, one, get a high quality score, and two, pay cheaper clicks than your competitors, because Google will see everything super relevant. They'll look at your campaign and be like, oh, they have this set up correctly. We're going to reward them with paying less because they're doing the right thing. Basically, that's basically how it works. So let's talk about some of the wrong things that people do. And I see this all the time, like literally all the time. We'll jump in and we'll even look at some of this. So, not understanding how it works. Hopefully now you have somewhat of an understanding. I mean, I know it is a lot to take in, but, hopefully it makes sense that, you want everything to be relevant. You're paying per click. If it's more relevant, you'll pay less per click than your competitor. Hopefully you get the gist of all of that. But what it comes down to is setting up your ad groups into, let's say, buckets, right? So if you're a countertop company, you'll have your granite ad group. You'll have your marble ad group, your quartz ad group. If you're a kitchen and bathroom remodeler, you want to separate your kitchen remodel terms, bathroom remodel terms, kitchen renovation, kitchen contractor. All of those should be separate, different buckets, which in Google Ads is called ad groups. And we'll look at that in a second. Now, you don't, like I was saying before, how a Granite term should have a Granite ad and a Granite landing page. I see a lot of companies, they just send the traffic right to their homepage. Not a good strategy. It's not, it's not what the person is searching for. If they're searching for a kitchen remodel, don't send them to a landing page that has stuff about bathroom remodels and basement remodeling and all of that. Send them to a page just about kitchen remodeling and why you are the best. That's what they want to see. That is what a lot of companies don't do. Like I said, they just send all the traffic to their homepage and they think that's okay. And then the other thing is just having poor call to action. So, you don't necessarily need an offer on the page. That does help, but you don't have to give a discount or anything like that. But you want to point out why your company is better than everyone around you. So, a quick turnaround time, or, same day estimates, or, if you have stone, you have a showroom with over 100 slabs, whatever it is. You want to point that stuff out. Locally owned, that's strong. People want to work with a locally family-owned business. So things like that are good, things to put on your landing page, and good call to actions. What's the next logical step if someone lands there? They either want a quote or they just want to talk to someone about their project, and that's really it. So you want to give that to them. Now, here is those ad groups that we're talking about. This is directly from Google Ads, and you could see, this is a countertop company campaign. We have our quartz keywords. This is the ad group. All the quartz keywords are in there. Granite keywords, kitchen countertops, marble countertops. So we have them all broken out. So all keywords are relevant to the ad group. And then the ad, of course, talks about quartz, granite, kitchen, or marble. And then the landing page talks about the same thing. So that's how you want to break it out. No matter what, you offer, or like I said, with your kitchen remodel terms, kitchen remodel, kitchen contractor, kitchen renovation, bathroom remodel, and all of those. Just break it out as much as you can. So let's look at some live ads, and I'll critique a couple of them. I'm not going to click on them, like I said, because that's not the nicest thing to do. So right here, we have Kitchen Remodel San Diego. Now, Home Advisor is here. I'm not even going to talk about them because I don't necessarily like them. I have a lot of clients come to me that said they have horrible experience with Home Advisor, but they do get traffic to their website, and that's how their business model is. So if you look at here, I see America's Finest Kitchen Remodeling. Doesn't say anything about San Diego. Jackson Design, nothing about. It might say something about San Diego. It's truncated at the here, but that looks like it'll probably say San Diego. Then right here, nothing about San Diego. So again, you want to put Kitchen Remodel San Diego in this ad because that's what I'm typing in. You'll get a higher quality score. You'll pay less for the click, and you're more likely for someone to click on it. Let's scroll down here. So these look like they're from more of the big change. Kitchen Remodel Professionals, exceptional customer service. So again, not a great job on these ads. Let's look at this one. Granite Countertop San Diego. So Granite Factory, Stone Wholesaler San Diego, not bad. Does put that in there. Puts it in. I see countertops and in the description here. So that's good. Home Advisor again. I'm not going to go over that. But look at this one. Granite Countertops, Pastrito Marble Imports. So again, someone's typing in granite countertops. They do have granite countertops in here, but this could easily say best granite countertops in San Diego, get a quote today, or something along the lines of that. Even, look at what Home Advisor does. Don't overpay, compare, blah, blah, blah. Use some of their copy if you find that it looks good. Let's look down here. High-end quartz countertops. So now look at this. I'm typing in granite countertops, and what this guy has, they're talking about quartz countertops. So it's completely different than what even, quartz and granite are completely different. So, and the homeowner or the person searching, they might not even know the difference between different stones, but this is not a good ad right here. Granite countertop material. This isn't bad, not bad. And then Home Depot. I'm not going to go over theirs. So You can see some of them do okay. Some of them are just way off like this. So you want to make sure that ad is relevant to what someone's typing in. And then when they go to the landing page, I'm not going to click on any of these. You want to make sure that is relevant also. So let's jump back in. So the last thing I want to talk about is conversions. You need to track conversions. It's super important. I see this happen so many times with, like, some companies are big companies. I'm not going to call any of them out, but big, some big companies I've talked to, I've seen online, they don't have the basic tracking set up, and it just blows my mind because I'm going to explain how to set it up and everything, but it's the best way to know what you're doing with your company online, because you know it's working. And especially if you're running Google ads and you're not tracking conversions, you don't know what's working. Like I'm saying right here, stop your advertising if you don't have conversion tracking set up. It's close to free. I mean, we'll go over a couple of options, but it really does not cost that much. So let's look at, you need to track web form submissions. So someone goes to your website, they submit a quote, or they contact you for more information. You want to track that. Very simple to do. It's actually free to do that, and I'll explain. Phone calls you want to track also. I will recommend some software, but it's not that expensive. And then you know where your phone calls are coming from. That's how we know that Google My Business, organic, and Google Ads are in that order, because a lot of our clients, they have the same thing. That's the order of their phone calls and their form submissions. And then chats, you want to also, if you can, some of our clients have chat widgets on their site. A lot of them you cannot track conversions, which I don't love. It kind of makes me mad, but contact the company, see if you can track conversions. If you can't there, at least track your web form submissions and your phone calls. So how do you do this? Web form submissions, Google Analytics. It's free. It's 100% free. It's easy to set up. So, even if you can't set it up, pay someone to set up. It will take less than an hour for them to set up. So again, not that much money to get going. Phone calls, we use a company called CallRail for all of our clients. They are fantastic. I think it's like maybe $40 a month or so. Get their basic plan. Again, you can have someone set all of this up within 1 to 2 hours max. So if you just do it all at once, have someone set it up for you. Again, if you need help, let us know. We can do it for you. And then chats, again, sometimes you can track conversions, sometimes you can't, and that would be done through Google Analytics. Now, with your web forms, all you need to do is send them to a thank you page. So someone submits a form on your site, send them to a thank you page, and you can track that in Google Analytics. Again, I could get this done for you in like less than 20 minutes. It's really not that hard to do. And Google Analytics is free to sign up. It's a fantastic tool from Google. Now, CallRail, again, it is a fee. I think it's like $40 or somewhere around there. But, sign up for it. You can have someone do this all at once for you. You pop on a little code on your site, and then it helps track your phone calls. Can be done within like 20, 30 minutes tops. And you can actually, I'm not going to get into it, but you can actually pull all your phone calls, all those conversions into your Google Analytics. So you pull everything into Google Analytics, and then you see what's converting. It's really, really nice. Now, again, I highly recommend you set up your conversion tracking, because if you are running paid ads and you're not, you'll never know what's working and what's not. It's really the biggest mistake I see, not having these conversion elements being tracked and set up. And like I said, for someone to do it, this tool's like $40 a month. This is free. You get someone to do it, maybe an hour of work. It'll probably cost you like $100, and then you will pay the CallRail each month. But again, it's not that hard to do. So get it done. So let's talk about a bonus tip right here that I want to go over. So when I was doing this, I wasn't able to find a example of this Google Maps ad, but I actually pulling it up now. I do have one. So this is a screenshot from my Instagram page. But let's pull this up right here. So because one is actually showing right here. So what you want to do is, if you're not in this Google My Business section, you can easily, if you're running Google Ads, you set up a location extension. It's called an ad extension, and it's the location extension. And you need a Google My Business profile. You just link it to your Google Ads, to your Google My Business, and it helps you show right here. And like I said, this gets a ton of leads, especially if you have reviews. Even if you are in this section, you can still show this ad, and then you'll be in this section twice. It's really a no-brainer. If you have Google Ads running, set this up. Super easy to do. And right here, where am I here? Right here is where it is. So you go into your Google Ads, you go on Ad Extensions, and then Location Extension. And then you just follow a couple of steps. I'm going to actually send this link out from Google. It's the step-by-step directly from them on how to set this up. Again, easy to do. Probably you could get it done within an hour. If you have someone working on this, they could do it very quickly. It's not hard to do. You do need Google My Business. And again, it will allow you to show in this section right here. And this gets a ton of leads. So if you're not here organically, or if you are, still run this. So you'll show here, or you'll show here twice. So it's like I said, it's a no-brainer. There's not a lot of optimization that you can do inside of Google Ads for this listing, but you could just set it up, and it's kind of like set it and forget it, and you just let it run. So that is that. So if you want to jump on a strategy session, go to heyremodelers.com/call. You could just go to my website. You could see on my website, and I was talking about these call to actions. I literally have them everywhere. Book a free discovery call, book a call. You scroll down, book a call. My number's right here. So on your website, of course, I'm a marketing agency. You're a little bit different than my type of company, but it doesn't matter. Any website should have these type of call to actions. Someone lands on here, they know if they want to get in touch with me, it's very easy to. All they have to do is click that, bam, they pick a time that they want to talk, and that's it. It's a done deal. So, again, there's a form at the bottom. There's a book a call here. There's a lot of call to actions, and that's what you want to do with your website. So, again, if you want to jump on a call, basically the calls are about 20, 30 minutes. I'll review your website. I'll learn more about your business. I'll show you what we do, what we offer, our pricing, how we've helped our clients. And then that's it. If you're a good fit, great. If not, then that's okay. You'll still learn a lot on the call. So I highly recommend book a call, and we'll jump on. So let me answer any questions that you have. You could just type them right in the chat box. I do see 2 questions here. This first question is asking if I can explain CPC again. So yeah, let's go back here to these numbers. So CPC means your cost per click. So it's basically like if I pull this up, I'll do this one. So this is a little tool that I added into my Google Chrome browser, but this is telling me the CPC is $3.16 on average. So this company, if I clicked on this, would probably pay around $3.16. This company, same thing. This company, same thing. Again, average. Some might pay a little bit more, some might pay a little bit less. So in the numbers here, out of this campaign right here, the average of all these 20 clicks was $3.84. So it's really just the cost you're paying per click. These are pretty easy to understand once you get just the general idea of them. Clicks, impressions, click-through rate, it's just an average of this. Cost per click, it's just your average cost. It looks a lot more confusing when you jump into Google Ads and you see all these numbers, but I hope that helps, and let me know if not. All right, I see one more question. Definitely, type your questions in if you have any. The last question is, This question is asking, what do I set up in Google Analytics to track the form submission? So good question. It's a little bit more technical, but I'll try to explain it the best I can. So in Google Analytics, there's something called goals. So every time someone reaches a goal, that could be a conversion. So like I said, you go into Google Analytics, you go to goals, and then you just set them up. So you would jump into Google Analytics. First, you need all your thank you pages. So if your form has a thank you page, you get that URL. So like in my website, if someone books a call, it goes to a thank you page. I would copy that URL, right? I would copy that web address right up here. And then, whoops, pull this back up. I would jump into Google Analytics and I would set up a goal for that URL. Again, I know this sounds a little confusing, but it's kind of hard to explain. But you would just jump in, go to your goals in Google Analytics, set up a goal for that thank you page, and that's a conversion. And then that's it. You don't have to do anything else. Once it's set up, it's done. And once you do one, it's pretty easy to do another if you have another. Now, setting up your conversions from CallRail in Google Analytics is a little tricky, but they have great support. You can jump on support. Sometimes they have chat, but I think they have phone support, email support. So jump on with them. Say, listen, I need help setting this up. Or like I said, contact us, contact your web developer, whoever helps you with your website. Say, listen, I need thank you pages for all of my forms. I need CallRail set up, sign up for CallRail, send them a login, and give them your Google Analytics access and say, I need conversions set up so I'm tracking my web form submissions, my calls. I want everything pulled into Google Analytics. Like I said, shouldn't take more than an hour worth of work for a good web developer to do that. You just have to give them all of your accounts. So again, if you need help with that, with all of our packages, we help our clients with that. But just let me know. It's again, so to get this all set up, maybe, $75 an hour. That's sometimes what a web developer would charge. This is like 30 or 40 bucks a month. And Google Analytics is actually free. So it's not going to cost you a ton, and it's going to really help figure out your numbers so you know what's working and what's not. So I do not see any more. I don't see any more questions. So if you do have any questions, let me know. I'm always available to talk about this stuff. I could talk about it all day. Go to my website, contact me down here, book a call, do whatever you want. Contact me however you want. On Instagram all the time, Facebook. So get in touch with me. Let me know what questions you have. I am going to send this replay out. I'll send you the links that go with it. And that's about it. I'll have another training next month. And again, if you're interested in jumping on a call, book that here. And if you have any questions, let me know. Talk to y'all soon.